Hello once again. Welcome back to another overly inflated. The angle of this camera makes it look like a huge belly. I am thin. I have very little body fat. FYI, I do have a lot of clothes on because of the strange, excuse me, the strange weather. Strange, eh? The created weather that we're going through. They patented weather control back in the 50s, I believe. And, that's 70 years of weather control and all of the inventions and all of the tests and experiments and, the admission to Vietnam. Yep, got a case of the COVID. No, I don't have a case of the COVID. And, right, the curiosity as to whether or not COVID was created and then released or even exists at all. The curiosity as to whether or not all of our vaccinations as children had crap in them like COVID because of the pre-planning of this social control. You look around and I say to myself, why don't they, whoever they really is, extremely hard to identify the controllers, why don't they just let people work, do their jobs, pay their taxes, and live their lives? Why can't they do that? There's every other strain of the flu has killed a hell of a lot more. The CDC has openly admitted only 6% of their findings are accurate. But does the general brainwashed public want to know that? They listen to it, they don't respond to it. There's a few videos out about it. And, right, the overall feeling I get, I look at the number of subscribers and I look at my number of views, and it's quite similar, in my humble opinion, to America in itself giving a shit about what their condition is, what their situation is, what the truth is. You look at the truth of the realities that are occurring, and you can obviously see people are absolutely ignoring these details. I was running down a busy highway here going from Monticello, Minnesota to Minneapolis, Minnesota, and now all of the traffic has come to a dead stop, so I will no longer risk my life making this particular video. So, do the people just want to ignore the truth? Do they even want to see or hear the truth? Doesn't seem like it. It seems like what the people want are the high numbers, the fear-mongering, the, oh no, we're all going to die, and you better wear that mask or you're selfish. I've seen a number of people here in Minnesota refuse to wear masks. I had a guy arguing at a gas station with the gas station attendant. The attendant's pointing to a sign that says no mask, no service, no gas, no... if you don't have a mask, you are rejected and ejected from the business. And the fellow that refused to wear a mask was contending that he was Christian. I am Christian. I will not wear a mask because I am Christian. I'm not sure the point that he was making. If the Lord doesn't allow you to wear masks, or all of the satanic innuendo that has to do with wearing a mask. But just noticing what's going on around. Some people are absolutely up in arms against this social control, and God bless those people. And, you need to stand up for what you believe in. Well, I believe the COVID's going to kill everybody. Well, if you believe that, wouldn't there be bodies lining the streets? Wouldn't there be dead people all over the place? To make the argument that because the government said so, we're just going to bow and kowtow to the rigors and insanity of wearing a mask. And then, of course, the admissions, once again, by the CDC, and that masks really don't do anything. And we're all going to put our masks down, like, I don't know, in the middle of this month or whatever. Subscribing to what is being enforced upon us it's just easier to just put something on your face and say, okay, here's my mask. The boneheads, you happy now? It's preposterous, ridiculous, stupid. I've never known anyone. I mean, I know a lot of people, and a lot of people that know a lot of people. One person contends only because the doctor said the person had COVID-19. What a pile of crap. Right, because we're told that's what it is. We're all going to die. We're all going to die. If you don't wear a mask, you're going to kill people. Are you out of your freaking minds? Really? Believing whatever the hell you're told. Yeah, and then for somebody who doesn't have the scientific background, doesn't have the medical background to try to contend it, well, you don't have all you're doing is look at data from other people. And that's where I encourage watching Richie from Boston, watching his interviews, watching Deborah Tavares and watching her interviews, and comparing what you are told, what the realities of houses burning down with the trees right next to them being in fine shape, with cars melting, but the barbecue grill next to the car stands in perfect condition, even though the car next to it is melted. I mean, it's there in front of you. It's an enigma, it's an anomaly. We can't make conclusions with these kind of data details. Yeah, actually you can. You just would prefer not to. And as I mentioned, with the 700 and whatever subscribers I have, which will drop after this video, every video I put out, somebody's like, unsubscribe! Or, I don't know, maybe YouTube keeps fluctuating the numbers. I don't know. And I don't care that much. I just care about getting out some of the information, what I think and feel, and what I'm doing and where I'm going. And, yeah, it's really odd that the amount of oppression that I'm personally getting is like never before. And yeah, it has everything to do with the almighty dollar, the ones that you can fold up and watch the Twin Towers fall, from airplane folding a 1, a 5, a 10, a 20, a 50, and a 100. Fold them like an airplane, look at the towers on the back and watch them fall. Yeah, people would prefer not to look at the realities of things and just assume the government is here to help you. Yeah, well, they're offering $1,000 for you to take a vaccine. And I have just put out my application for the first time in 15 or 20 years with the railroad. I have seniority in the railroad of 47 years. Only worked 3 years, but I'm collecting railroad pension right now. So for me to get off my pension, to get back in the tax-paying situation, making standard money for a guy with my qualifications, it's a pretty high rate of pay, not just in the railroad. But I've got 20 years behind the camera, a national trainer for Olin Mills, for Life Touch Photography, and my experience is I'm overqualified for pretty much everything aside from vice president of the photography company. Shutterfly bought Life Touch, by the way. So, just a short rant about how people would prefer just to blindly believe. It's so much easier. It's so much easier just to put on a mask than to argue the point. So, what are we going to do? Well, we can wake up. And, but the day we stand against the rules, yeah, you got laws, you got statutes, you got fines, you got limitations, you got jail time. Yeah, I'm not up for it personally. So wear your little masks and don't listen to things that aren't being put out by the government. Yeah. Like, comment, and subscribe. Realize I'm being cynical and love ya. Wish I could make longer videos. I'll talk to you soon.